Come with us as we discover Sydney.
There is so much more to Sydney, Australia than the Harbour Bridge, Opera House and beautiful beaches. In this instalment of our Hidden Sydney vlog series, we are on a mission to uncover the local secrets of South Sydney.
This is a really great spot.
So today we're going to the south of Sydney and we're just going to explore the area. So there's some great cafes over there, there's some beautiful parks, waterfront views, and it's a really lovely area of Sydney.
Most Sydney-siders tend to stick in their little part of the world. So we live on the northern beaches and it's very much known as the Insular Peninsula, but we're going to change that today.
Okay, so we're leaving from Manly. We're taking the ferry to Circular Quay and then we're going to get on the train.
And taking the ferry is just such an amazing way to see the city. It's one of the best ferry rides in the world.
Yeah, so we're going to be going into Sydney Harbour. It's going to be a beautiful morning for it, so I'm looking forward to it.
It's a little bit of a rocky morning, so the seas are pretty big. It's making for a very interesting ride.
So we're now arriving in Circular Quay on Sydney Harbour. This is the best way to enter the city. It's such a beautiful morning as well. And the train station's just behind us, so we're just going to take a quick walk over there and get on the train. Okay, so you can see behind me the Circular Quay railway station, so let's go. Okay, that was pretty seamless. So we're on the train now. It came as soon as we arrived. And from the train station here, you actually have views of the Opera House and the Harbour Bridge. So this is one of the best views from a train station in the world. So we've got a map of the Sydney rail network here. And we've started at Circular Quay, we're going to Central, and we're going to change and go on the T4 line to Penshurst and Oatley. So we've just arrived at Central Station, as you can see by the sign here. Central Station is the main station in Sydney, so that's where all of the trains go from. You can even get trains from here to the country. Okay, so a little slight change of plan. So often in Sydney you'll have track work and today's no exception. So on the weekends it's often a time for them to repair the networks and buses sometimes replace trains. So we're going to catch a bus to Penshurst.
So we made it to Penshurst and I'm really, really hungry.
So we're on the main street in Penshurst now. It's got a lot of shops and cafes and restaurants along here. So it's a really nice little street. We're going to Short Black Coffee, which is a coffee shop that's really highly rated in Penshurst. So yeah, looking forward to having breakfast.
Let's have a look at the menu. So it's really big. I'm really interested in the specials actually. So the fried chicken pancakes just sound so wrong, but so right. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting into that. And Jay's favourite's always the eggs Benny, so we're going to try that one out too.
Yeah, so the menu seems like most of the meals are around the $20 mark, 20 to, so I'd say probably around the high teens to the $20 mark. So 24, 25. Yeah, so that's pretty standard for...
Yeah, that's pretty standard for cafes in Sydney these days, so it's pretty exy, but it should be good. So look at this. So I've got my chicken on one side, I've got my pancakes and bacon on the other side. Yeah, I'm going to drizzle some of this maple syrup all over it. And I'm going to put some maple syrup on the chicken. Yum. Oh, let's see how this tastes like. I've never had maple syrup over fried chicken. That's very random.
Seems like it's a bit of a US style combination.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that really works. I really like the herbs and spices in the chicken. It's really quite subtle, but yeah, really nice, and it goes really well with the sweetness of the maple syrup. Yum. Oh, and this bacon is so crispy. Ugh. I'm gonna have that with some maple syrup as well. Come on.
Yeah, so this cafe is pretty popular. It's a Saturday morning and the place is packed.
So packed, and we're quite lucky we're out here. It's a little bit of a cooler day this morning, so we're able to get a seat outside. But yeah, really popular, and for good reason.
So I'm having the Eggs Benedict with smoked salmon. You could also get it with bacon or ham. And this is one of my favourite breakfasts. And the yolk is really runny. Do you want to have a look at this, John? Yeah, come. I'll pop open this one as well. Oh, look at that. Just oozing out. This looks amazing. So it comes with spinach and the smoked salmon and the hollandaise sauce and poached egg. Oh, yeah, that's really beautiful. Hollandaise sauce is really nice and rich and creamy, and it just works so well with the smoked salmon, and the spinach gives it a nice little bit of green as well. So really delicious. So my smoked salmon is $19, and John's chicken with his pancakes is $24. So that's pretty standard price for Sydney for a cafe meal. Really nice cafe, short black espresso. So this Oatley, Mortdale, Peakhurst, Penshurst area is a really lovely area, really suburban, leafy, peaceful, and quite a nice mix of houses, both really newer style ones as well as some of the older style ones.
Yeah, it's just really fascinating how low density this area is. And so we're only about 10 minutes walk away from the train station. And once you get to the train station, the density really picks up and you've got a lot of apartments. So here we are right now. It's just so peaceful and quiet. It's a really beautiful suburb.
And the block sizes seem to be pretty big as well. Have you noticed that?
Yeah. So I'll just show some of the houses here. They're generally really, really big. So we're going to head down this way.
Yeah, so if you're looking for where to live in Sydney, I'd definitely consider this. You're really close to national parks and to waterways. You're only half an hour from the city, and yeah, it's really convenient to get around. Really nice part of Sydney. We're in Oatley and we've just arrived at Derry Creek, which is a creek that runs through the suburb. Now we've seen a map here. We want to get to Oatley Park, which is a really nice park on the water. There's a path, a walking path that will take us right there from this creek. So let's go. Now, this is a really lovely bush area. So you can take dogs here on leads. It's really popular with families as well. So really nice green space, lots of natural sights and sounds. We saw some cockatoos before and got really close to them. So that was really cool. Yeah, it's just nice being in nature.
One of the really cool things that I love about Sydney is that you're never far from greenlands or green areas. So we're only probably a 20-minute walk from the train station, and you know, it looks like we're right in the country here.
So it looks like we found a little fort. I wasn't expecting this, but it looks pretty cool. So it's 2 levels and it's got nice little turrets or whatever. And nice view of the water as well. Glimpse of the water. So over there is, I think it's called Jewfish Beach. So that's where we're going to go and swim. It's a little bit cold, but it should be all right. And I think we're on the Georges River. So this is one of the big rivers in Sydney, at the south of Sydney. And it's really lovely. I can see some picnic areas down there. There's even some barbecue places as well, a nice shade, a lot of amenities, and there's places to throw your rubbish, there's lots of parking. So yeah, really great place to come for a peaceful retreat with your family or friends. So just coming down to the lower level of this fort-like structure here, and I can see that there's a barbecue area. So one thing about Sydney, which we haven't seen in too many other places, is that you can have free barbecues. So it's all gas operated. You just push that button there and it's ready to go. So free for everyone to use, and it's maintained by the council. So it's kept all nice and clean for you. They do want you to clean up after yourselves, but it's also maintained by council workers, which is really nice. Just across there is some water, and so there's lots of parking areas just along there. There's some undercover structures if you want to sit outside but still have some shelter. So it's all really nice. So you can see some nice undercover barbecue areas or picnic areas there. There's some information about Oatley Park as well, which is quite nice to know a bit about the area. And then among the amenities, there are public toilets, which are just over here, and we're thankful about that because we will be using them shortly.
Here we are at Jewfish Bay Baths. We're along the Georges River, and it's such an amazing scenic site, isn't it? So it's just beautiful. Now, there are heaps of amenities here. So over that direction, there's some tables, and there's some tables over here as well. There's also some change rooms and toilets. Yeah, they've got all the facilities you need, really. So the only question remaining is, are we going to swim? Maybe.
Well, the sun is out and it's a beautiful day to swim. A little bit cold, but it'll be great for us.
So how was that?
Oh, it was so beautiful in the water. So it's a little bit fresh at this time of year, but still really nice. One thing with being in the river rather than on the ocean for a swim is that it felt a bit like muddy underfoot, which is a bit unusual. It's a bit squishy.
You get bogged down in the mud, but a little bit different, but it was fine.
But what I really liked was just looking around and seeing those hills with the trees all around us. And there's some really beautiful houses that overlook the river as well, which would be really lovely if you've got the cash.
Yeah, this is such an awesome spot, and it's only around 20 minutes to half an hour away from the city of Sydney, so it's a real awesome local gem.
Yeah, so if you want to have a weekend picnic with the family, this is a really great spot. Really great area to go bushwalking. There's so many great tracks to walk along, and in the track we're at now there's over 300 different species of plants and around a bit under 200 species of bird life. So it's a really lovely area in South Sydney that we're in here. So I'll just show you some of the paths we've got here. So lots of really nice sandstone like that. And just, yeah, really lovely plants. And you can hear the birds in the trees, the wind rustling through the trees as well. Just lovely. After a lovely morning in Oatley Park, we've come to the next suburb over. So we're in Mortdale at a little corner cafe called St. Kai. So it's Japanese inspired. They've got some really good items on the menu, including some fantastic looking drinks, as well as a delicious food menu. We're getting the cheeseburger donburi, as well as the truffle flavoured udon noodles. So I'm really excited to taste it.
This is an umai bomber. So it's an affogato essentially, but it's got salted caramel and it's also got Biscoff biscuits on it. And it also comes with a really strong espresso. So I've already put a bit of espresso in there. This looks really decadent. Oh, that's so nice. I'm going to drink this. That's such a great snack. And this is going to keep me going all day now.
Okay, so our food is here and it looks absolutely delicious. So I have udon noodles with truffles.
So I've got the cheeseburger donburi, which is a rice bowl.
And they both look absolutely delicious, very fragrant as well. So let's tuck in.
You go in and I'll just describe mine. So I've got little beef burger bits and it looks like there's a creamy sauce. It's a tomatoey sauce. There's cheese in there, of course. And I've got a big egg on top. So yeah, I'll have a bite and see how this goes.
Yeah, so my noodles are really nice and tender, cooked absolutely perfectly al dente. They're really nicely coated with this luscious sauce, which is really flavorful. The squeeze of lemon gives it a nice brightness, and it is just really delicious.
Yeah, mine tastes exactly like a cheeseburger, but with rice. And there's even a gherkin here too. So this is really nice and a really interesting twist on Japanese cuisine.
Yeah, so all the dishes here are really unique, really delicious, and really high quality ingredients, cooked to perfection. So we highly recommend St. Kai in the south of Sydney. We're at Above 8 Rooftop Lounge and Bar in Hurstville, and it's a beautiful restaurant. It's got panoramic views over the water and over the area. They've got a great menu including cocktails and mocktails. This is a mocktail. It's a New Romantics, $12 with lychee, watermelon and rose water. So it looks really pretty. And it tastes as good as it looks. It's really nice and sweet with a bit of sourness, which just balances it out really nicely. And you really can't go past the atmosphere here, the decor and the view.
When you're in Hurstville, make sure you do a spot of shopping. So there are heaps of shops around here, and I think it's pretty reasonable value as well. So this greengrocer's just behind us, just next to the station at Hurstville, gives you some really amazing bargains. So we got 2 bags full of groceries and it was only around $13. So that's amazing value. Well, what a fantastic day.
We have had such a wonderful time in southern Sydney, and we have come back to Sydney Harbour just in time to see the sunset and catch the fast ferry home.
Yeah, well, we hope you've really enjoyed our video. We hope you've learned a little bit more about Sydney. It's more than just an amazing bridge, amazing harbour and opera house.
Yeah, there's so much to see and do, and we've got plenty more Sydney content to come. So if you want to discover Sydney with us, be sure to subscribe.
We are Bucket List Travellers.
See you next time.